Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in the Superdome near the dressing room area. I want to congratulate you, Ricky. That was almost 55 minutes, as grueling of action as I have ever seen. Congratulations, champ, on retaining the World's Championship.
Thank you very much, Jim Ross. And I also would like to thank the TBS for giving me this opportunity. I'd like to thank all the fans for the support that they give me, and even the Ric Flair fans out there. I know he's got a bunch of them. But as you know, I have beat Ric Flair in Chicago on February the 20th, successfully defended against that man here, both of them being national coverage, him giving me a chance at it, and me, and so to speak, of this business returning the favor. But I've got to tell you, Ric Flair, like I have said, that we must move on. You've had a great era as a world champion. And I'd like to say that there are top contenders throughout the world out there right now that the people from Turner have told me about. And I must move on to bigger horizons, brighter horizons. I don't know, but as a champion, I must respect these other fellow contenders.
Well, I want to tell you something, Ricky. We did have a lot of controversy there. Flair claimed that his foot was under the ropes. We have a couple of different angles from our cameras. Let's roll the videotape and take a look at that situation, fans, and see if we can tell that conclusively. I could not on our first angle. Let's roll the videotape now. And so as we look at it right here, this is where he has you have the chicken wing on him.
It's a double chicken wing, Jim Ross. This is a submission hold. This is something secret that I've been working on. You can see 1, 2, 3. Right from this particular angle, we cannot actually see if his foot had slid. Now here's a different angle.
Here's the reverse angle. Yes. The reverse angle. Let's look at it here.
This puts a lot of pressure across the shoulder blades in the lower back. My leg had given out at this point, but I had another move to where I could put his shoulders down. Okay, right then and there. I see it. I see it where Ric Flair's foot is underneath that bottom rope. The referee couldn't see it. But as you know, things like that happen in our business.
Well, you know, in sports, you talk about sports officiating, they call it the human element, but I think that I have been informed through my IFB that Flair has become very irate. The NWA, Jim Herd, Executive Vice President of World Championship Wrestling, and I'm sure the board, I have been told, will make an inquiry to this situation. I think it's unheard of. You are the champion. You did get your hand raised, but Flair perhaps does have a very legitimate gripe, Ricky. His foot was under the bottom rope, it would seem, on that angle.
You know something, Jim Ross? Seeing the angle here, right here on television, I would have to say that if I was in that position, that I would have some grounds to go see my lawyer, to talk to Jim Herd, to talk to TBS, to talk to the promotion, and do something about it. I feel that that man out there, I hate to say it, has got a legitimate reason.
Well, let's take another look at it here, fans. Again, let's take a look at that reverse angle that we talked about. As we're looking at it on the monitor for the first time, as are you. Look at it right here. Ricky had him up in the double chicken wing, the leg buckled. But let's look at Flair's right leg. That's the key right here. Flair's right leg, indeed, it is under the bottom rope. So Nature Boy Ric Flair definitely has a complaint, I would say, and very legitimately so.
I'm sure that we're going to be hearing from his lawyers. Although the way I look at things, if you pin a man's shoulders to the mat on the count of 1, 2, 3, that makes you the better person.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing this, I'm sure, in board meetings all through the week. Join us this Saturday at 7:05 Eastern Time. We'll talk more about this situation. Thanks from New Orleans, and so long.